Dude, Krusty's huge. He's huge. Oh my god, he's so large, bro. Oh, I should have grabbed the shotty. He's gonna be a hard player to use, actually, because he's so fucking huge.
That's what she said, huh?
I just gotta get used to him.
Okay, bye.
I saw Fortnite again. What am I even watching right now, bro? What is this game? Well, this game does a lot of collabs now. So when you get in, you're gonna notice that it's not just regular Fortnite anymore. They do, like right now, they're doing a Simpsons collab. See this right here? The Simpsons current collab. They do collabs every month, every season. They did Power Rangers. They've done fucking animes, dude. It's just everything you can fucking think of, dude. They collab with. Really amazing, really fun.
In a crazy pants, so we're gonna go for a little run. I wasn't going to. We're just gonna take off driving. Well, half hour ago, and then because she's being a butthead, I was like, well, we might as well do something because she's crazy. Plus the fact that I realized last night, even after talking to you guys and nobody, what the heck?
What can you do? Just dream.
Nobody freaking corrected me. The fact that it is. What shoes am I gonna wear? Nobody corrected me last night about the fact that, or yesterday when I was streaming. Well, last night, whenever. I kept saying how it was Tuesday yesterday and not Wednesday. So because of that, then I had to think of, well, there's no way we're going to be able to do Mount Humphreys before this weekend. So we don't have to push that hard. I mean, we're still going to try to get as far as we can in Arizona today. But so today is Thursday. So I have all day tomorrow to drive down to Black Canyon. So we're not in a huge hurry. Like, technically we could still do Mount Humphreys tomorrow, but we would have had to leave here at like 5 o'clock this morning in order to get down to where the trail is, that area, because I've never been in that area, in order to get there early enough so we're not driving around in the dark trying to find some spot. So we're just gonna not do Mount Humphreys, I guess. Maybe we'll do it afterwards, but we'll see. But I still got to figure that out too, because we're probably going to start heading east. So we're probably gonna, although it would be nicer to head east through whatever the highway is up by Flagstaff. I'm watching a little DK over here. Well, put him on mostly for my doggo, but she is left now, so my nose is all of a sudden, oof, I don't know what was going on. Like about 15 minutes ago, right before I went live, I all of a sudden just started sneezing. I had a sneeze attack. And good morning, Spice Girl. Just had a little sneeze attack. It was like, and how my nose is like, what the hell? What the heckies? I think what we're gonna do is, yes, I'm getting ready. Also, she came running over here and stopped right out the door and was staring at me like, are you even getting ready? Yes, I'm getting ready. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna walk. Well, or yeah, it'll be a walk. Through the brush over here to get over to the road, because I know where it's at over here, instead of running all the way back. Sorry, I'm just kind of cleaning up a little bit here. I'll let you guys see what's over here, I guess. Well, I put my shoes on. I don't need your help putting my shoes on. No, I don't need your help. It's like, are you sure? Oh, let's do that. I don't know. Good enough, I guess. What is that to? Must be my other camera, I'm guessing. Huh. I don't know. Oh. Where'd she go? She needs to put her bell on. Need to put a freaking bell on that guy. Wow, it is bright. Gosh, it's gracious. It is bright. She's running around down here. It's like, get your ass up here. We're not ready to go yet until you get your bell on. Gosh dang it. The flies are out. That tells you that it's warmer. I mean, I'm out here at 8 o'clock. Well, it's 8:45 probably now. 8:35 in the morning, and I'm not like freezing. There she is. Hello, come here. You gotta put your bell on. I can hear where you're at. I mean, once we get up here, I don't think there's much trees until we get there. Till we get there, yeah. Oh, tapping, 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 tapping. Hopefully there's not any peoples. Might as well just get this over with, and then we can get on the road. Yeah, we're not gonna go too far. A couple miles is all. Yeah, we're just gonna go a couple miles. That's enough to get you some exercise, because you're going crazy. Yeah, you're going a little bit crazy. So we're just gonna get you some exercises. Yeah, the sun is nuts. Hey, what the fuck was that? She all of a sudden just like took off, like jumped up and used the back of my leg as a springboard to try and get a fly. Problem is you haven't been running much, so you got claws. There we go. Okay, there is so many toys that I want to buy. I was thinking of that because I want to get a new gimbal, and the new gimbal is nice. Because this is a 6, and they just came out with the 8. Oh, that was gross. Got something going on with my sinuses, and I just like breathed in and a freaking glob of goop decided to freaking go down the back of my throat. That was not fun. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna think we're so good. You got my key, right? Yeah, okay. So we're gonna take off this direction across the way over here. I can't see anything because the sun is right there. But we're gonna take off and go right over here because right past this tree line is the little road. She's going that way. I guess that's where the trail is. There is like a cattle trail right here. So she must assume this is where we're going, which is true. This is where we're going. This isn't exactly the trail I was looking at though, because there's another trail over there, a little cattle trail. But we'll follow this. It's going the direction we want to go, so. Going the direction we want to go. Except I can't see because the sun is right there. Fun part's going to be finding our way back, probably. That's okay. Where she's at now, because this cattle trail splits into like 4 directions. So is she going the right direction or not? There's supposedly, I don't know if we'll make it that far. There's supposedly a trail up here that actually runs along the mountains, or in the mountains, I should say. I do know there's one on the ridge too. Oh, we're not gonna make it that far. It's a long ways back in there. Here she comes. Hi, sweet girl. Yeah, you're on a different trail than me. Okay, we just gotta find the road now. I guess her trail does look a little more like a trail than my trail did, although all the trails keep changing. Okay, I got 2 bars of 5G. Why is it not working? She went this way, I think. And I don't know what way is the best way. I just know we gotta go over this way somewhere. I don't know why am I having transmission issues? Network instability issues, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. She's over here coughing up a lung. She was, I don't know what her deal was last night. Like, she'll be good for like most of the day. She might have a problem for like a little bit. I know the road's like right there, isn't it? It has to be. All of a sudden I'm like, was I looking at the right ridge line when we were driving over here? 'Cause I thought for sure this was it. I think it was. Oh, it's hard to tell. I just know we gotta go that way. And eventually we'll run into a road. I'm trying to see if I can see the fence line. If I can see the fence line, then I know we're close. But there's pretty much no trail now. No cattle trail, so I'm going off country. Cross country, I guess. Well, she's gonna have lots of she's getting rid of lots of energy. She's just full sending it, zipping around everywhere. I don't know as if I have. Yeah, I guess I got enough water. I could give her some. Because I'm not going to use that much. No, it should be okay. Wash. This is probably the wash that we had to drive through. It was really a really steep embankment. You are just a crazy pants, you know that? Okay, which way do we want to go? Let's go over to the right a little bit. Because it looks like I can get through the brush a little easier right here. It's hard to see because of the freaking sun shining straight at my eyes. Oh, there's even a little trail right here. There we go. There we go. Spiderwebs I keep walking through. That is definitely the ridgeline I was looking at. There's no doubt about it. I'm looking behind me right now at the area. I'm like, yeah, that is definitely what I was looking at when we were driving. I just didn't think that what we were driving on was that far over. It is way further than I thought. Oh, we're gonna go around that. Walking straight into a freaking. Oh, here's the road. Okay. Well, we found it. Okay, here we go. So that was correct. I was like, because where we were at would have been just right up there. I have no idea where the fence line is. I can't see it still, but it was like right on that. So, which was not a road even. It was a road, but it wasn't a road. Need to get my bearings here just to make sure I do recognize exactly where we're going. Although I can just look at the map and if I need to. I was gonna bring up the overlay, the map overlay, and I never did. I don't have any overlays on right now. What the heck? I don't know why my thing is having weak network connection, it says. I don't know why that is, because we are sitting in really good cell service right now. Okay, this looks like the edge of the, whatever they call it, the wildlife management area. Yeah, this is the other fence. Okay, so this is definitely what we wanted. I don't know what the rules are for wildlife management area, but normally it's not a huge deal to have a dog, so I know the Red Rock Lakes Wildlife Management Area there are certain times of the years I think you can't have dogs there, but that's also a bird sanctuary, so it makes sense. Because especially if you have a bird dog like me. This part of the road up here further, like where we're at, there is no way I'd be able to drive the van. Down at this part, actually looks okay. Maybe it was two separate roads. I don't remember looking at the map. I mean, it's not a great road. There's a fairly deep erosion cutoff on the left here, but you can stay out of it. Even if I did fall into it, I got so much ground clearance, I'd be fine. Open up the run of show for this weekend. Check it out. I'm guessing I'm gonna have to go pick up. I actually don't need to. I was gonna say pick up some equipment, but I don't, because I have all my own equipment. I just need a link. Oh, which is probably why he wanted me. And just know where I need to be at and when. Looks like I'm gonna have Caleb as a commentator, field commentator. That's gonna be pretty cool. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I like it when I don't have to I can do the field commentating, no problem. Although this is a road race, so I don't know anything about the racers. But it's hard being the videographer and the commentator, because pretty much you have to figure out what your frame is to go stand in, because you can't do both, and put on an external monitor, which if you're using their kits, you don't have that luxury.
I mean, I do. And then, it's not too bad, but you have to pick the right frame, because that way people can see, but also they like you being in the frame too. And but you don't want to like block, like whenever I'm doing the videography or the field commentator, I'm always like, you can move around, but this is where I'd like you to stand, because then I can get the shot without you being in the way if needed. Oh, I do need to pick something up because he wanted a static cam set up at one of the locations. I do know that, but I don't remember what race it was. This last year at some point, or maybe 2 years ago. One of the field commentators that I was working with kept getting in the shot. like he was going out of his way to make sure he was in the shot, and it's like, no, you're in the way. Like, you don't have to be in the shot to keep talking. And I had to keep like ushering him out of the shot. There were so many times I missed so many shots of those like really good shots. The leader's coming straight at me. I think this is where the road that I was like, oh, we could turn down that, came in right here. So maybe, unless I have to go that way. I don't know. Maybe it's not, because it still looks like a decent road. Another little something right here. That doesn't state lands. I don't know what the rules are for state lands and dispersed camping in Utah. There should be water in this tank. She can probably get a drink if she wants. This would be a cool little area if it wasn't close to it. Dang. Yeah, there's water in that tank. I don't know if there's water in this tank. There's water in this tank. This would be a cool little camp spot though, if you could get in here. Yeah, she's not gonna be able to get up there to get it though. Oh, she can drink out of here. Nari, you need a drink right here. You can drink that. Good girl. Do lease a lot of this for like cattle and stuff, livestock. Most of these tanks that are built like wildlife, especially on a wildlife management area like this. Yeah, the rules of you can't camp within a quarter mile from a water source like Arizona has. Okay, now we're off the back end of the management area, maybe. I'm guessing that's probably what this gate's for. There's somebody driving around right there. Alright, see, I thought this road right here would have a lot more people on it. I think that guy was on this road even. Looks like, because it is more of a main road. Oh yeah, here's the road right here. It looks like. Okay, so now we're gonna go to the left. I'm pretty sure you're allowed to disperse camping right here. And there's no like vegetation other than grass right there, so you could actually camp right there if you wanted to. Oh, I just farted. Oh yeah, this is definitely a main road. I mean, it's not any, like, it's still a rough road. Lots of rocks and everything, but you can tell how big it is, how wide it is. This is actually a main road. So we might go up here and see if we can find that other road and then go back on it maybe. Because I don't think we're going to be able to make it up to the trail. I think the trail, the first trail goes for this mountain right here, up that ridge line, I think. Why am I having network issues? As I say that, signal comes back. Cause I'm like, I wonder if there's a trail that goes to the top of that peak. That'd be a cool little area. Or a cool little peak to climb up. Maybe, I mean, it can't be, but maybe. See if. Oh, this is uphill. I just need to start doing. Oh. Need to start doing more, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Maybe next week, do a 100-mile week. I did look at my training calendar because I couldn't remember when I started my training block, and I don't start until December. Anything I can do before that is going to be advantageous. So we might, maybe if I could spend a week, kind of shock the body. Over here, that could easily be a nice little dispersed camp spot there, because it's flat. That's the main thing. I don't see, or at least parking there. There's some trails that go up into those mountains too. That's the other side that I was talking about. But in order to get to the actual mountains, you have to like weave on roads like the one we came in on. I don't even think they're this good. To get back in there on that more flat area. There's supposedly some trails. And then this one, supposedly this road goes all the way to the top of the high peak up here. And then there's a trail up there that goes along the ridgeline, but it's like, that takes the fun out there. Like the trailhead, you're damn near all the way to the top. You're up on the ridgeline anyways. And then if you're gonna go run the peak, I mean, it is called a ridge trail, but you do get a fair amount of vert as long as you take all the little driving around exploring these roads, seeing if we can find other campsites. It's like, there's a part of me that's maybe try and climb Delano Peak. I don't think we got any snow last night, so That would have been pretty cool. Hit a little 12,000 foot peak with the little butt head here. The hell? The hell? Passes and stuff that these Jeep enthusiasts drive up to at like, 3 miles an hour in these built out Jeeps, tricked out Jeeps, like they're really doing something off road. And then they get to the top and there's a freaking Subaru sitting up there. Those always make me laugh. Same thing with my van. We've had, here's a little campsite, and it's flat. I mean, you're sitting right next to here, but and it's flat. I mean, you're sitting right next to here, but there's definitely an old fire ring. There's definitely an old fire ring there too. Okay, here's the road right here. Really narrow and crappy right there. And then right on the other side of this wash is how far we made it in the van on this side of the fence. Whew. So we were literally like, only use roads and trails shown on official map. Okay. Erosion mitigation. Clearly somebody has been tried to turn this uphill, even though it's only like a 4% grade. Feels tough. It doesn't help that I'm way overweight right now. I'm not fat, but I am the heaviest I've been after gaining 20 pounds after Mammoth. I'm the heaviest I've been since probably 2017. And back then, that was before I was getting really healthy. 20, then it was a 2-year journey. But by 2019, I was in probably the best shape of my life. Well, no doubt about it, I was in the best shape of my life. Didn't have as much endurance fitness as I do now, but I was faster. My VO2 max was way higher. Looks like somebody camped right here too. Which, all along this, you could camp anywhere, because most of this, now that we're in the Forest Service land, this road is, you're allowed to disperse camp within 300 feet of the road. That's clearly somebody was camping right there. It's flat. But I mean, you could just as soon do it over here too. The only rules are is to try and not damage the ecosystem that much. Just the grass. There's a lot of rock. Over here by these trees would be a cool place. It's within 300 feet of the road, so you could definitely could go camp over there. I think anybody's gone over there, but it actually does right here. Yeah, there's somebody who's gone over there. So yeah, and now I know today is Thursday now. There's a little part of me that actually just kind of wants, now that I see potential spots like this where you could go and camp out here, it'd be kind of cool. Because I like exploring areas, but you can't do it in 3 hours. You need to spend a couple days. There is a trail next year that we're gonna do up by Brigham City. There's that little ridge line there, and by little I don't mean like it's still pretty tall. You're gonna get, you know, 3,000 or 4,000 feet of Nari, what do you got? I don't like the fact that she just picked something up. Leave it. Nari. Nari, no. Leave it. No, Nari. Good girl. It's an old. We would do it as a out and back. But I think from one end to the other is like 14 miles. And so it'd be cool to maybe not even do the 14 miles, just go to the middle top, you know, the toppy top, the highest point, and then just go back and go from it from whichever direction gets you the most distance. Or it looks like it'll have the best views, one of the two. But that's the trail I was talking about that somebody put on the review, that on a clear day you can see the high Uintas. And I was like, I'm gonna call bullshit on that, because high Uintas are like 100 miles away, and there's another mountain range in between that and how you went to. So it's like, there ain't no way. Oh, that sun is just freaking beating down. I need to download service on, but I can ooh, I am gassy this morning and it is stinky. Good thing. Anyways, I need to remember to, because I could download the maps onto it and then it'd be offline, which would work great, because right now I see what appears to be a fork in the road. I think if I go straight or to the right is what goes to the trail I want. I gotta run in the morning. No idea who they are. Oh, we got a sign up here at least. That's good. There's a sign coming from the other way too, so that tells me that this goes and connects to another place over on the other side. So maybe forward isn't, or maybe to the left isn't, to the top of the peak. If they're wrong. So we got Ebbs Canyon and Wild Goose Canyon. Okay, I thought for sure Ebbs Canyon is the one we wanted for the trail. I might be wrong. Ebbs Canyon is the one going up to the top. Sure of it. This goes way off to the right. But I'm gonna lose signal. I'm gonna guess. I don't know where the cell tower is that I'm getting right now, but it's definitely not the one up here. It's on top of one of the little mountains over here on this ridge line. Huh, where does this come from? That's what I want to know, because look at this sign. They have a nice sign even to tell you what is what direction. Is there like a little camping spot right here? Because I'm thinking, everybody, that now I have two canyons to explore. We could come up here and park, camp the night right here probably, There's a signpost right here that I want to read. Oh, I thought the sign was over on this side. Is it even a signpost? Somebody's been camping here because they left their toilet paper out. It's a Forest Service marker. So what is over that direction? This official survey, it helps define. See, I'm so confused because this all should be Forest Service land. So is that state land again, maybe? Oh, there's definitely some toilet paper here, which means somebody didn't bury their poop good enough, which means she'll try and eat it. She'll find it and try and eat it. But kind of thinking about possibly coming here and camping, and then Friday just drive the whole way down, because it would be about 10 hours to drive all the way down, and then maybe explore that direction today, and then explore that direction tomorrow morning. I don't know. I'm gonna try and look at what I mean. Goes up and over the ridge, somewhere that direction, continues on. But also it does go this direction up to the top of the peak. The road does. The trail, supposedly, it looks like it, because you go up this way, and it's not this one, this ridge, but you can see the next ridge right behind there. And I would guess and say, based upon the topography, that it goes up that and it comes over. And I would guess, looking at this road goes this direction and part of it goes way down that way, which will eventually go down to the highway at some point. And then there's another road that comes up this way, and the trail also connects over there. And it looks like it follows that ridge line and continues down, not on this, but probably down the other side. So I think we might go this way this morning. I spy with my little eye I mean, we're at almost 3 miles, but you know what? I think we are going to stay here one more night. So this is an option right here. There was that other option down there. And then I might go for a run tomorrow morning too. Now that I can't do Mount Humphreys, it just would not work out. There's no way it would work out. I'm not going to drive. Like I said, I'd have to, it's about 9 hours. Oh, well, I don't even know actually how long it'll take to get to where we're getting to, because I don't know how rough the roads are to get back into where I wanted to get to. But I would guess and say at least 9 hours, between 9 and 10 hours. The same length of time it'll take for me to drive all the way down to Black Canyon. So I'm gonna guess and say 9 to 10 hours. So even if we did that today, I would get in so late, and like I said, I've never been in that way before, so trying to find a place to sleep at night could be difficult as well. And I hate driving in a place that I've never been to at nighttime because I can't see anything, and I like to have my bearings. Whew. And I do have some things I need to work on today, which would be good to work on contact Amazon and be like, refund me my money, bitch, because I never received my other package. Or figure out where it's at, because I want one. Like, I'll order another one. She went way up there. Now she's coming back like, what's taking you so long? Oh, now it splits again. I don't remember looking at that. My guess is to the left is where we want to go, though. I think that right to the right is where I said it. Eventually it leads back to the highway. Cool little area, though. She's driven, or somebody's driven back here recently, a little OHV or a four-wheeler, probably a four-wheeler. I mean, it could be one of the smaller side-by-sides. That looks like a four-wheeler, though, because that is maybe 30 inches across. It is crazy how big these frickin' side-by-sides have gotten nowadays. Like, to the point where Forest Service has had to start putting width restrictions on a lot of their roads. Because the things are bigger than freaking cars or trucks, you know, and Jeeps and stuff. Like, a lot of these roads that people use OHVs on are true Jeep roads, you know, for off-road Jeeps to enthusiasts to have some fun on. And these freaking OHVs are bigger than them, bigger than a freaking Jeep. So they've had to start putting width restrictions like, like 50 inches or even smaller. I've seen some that are smaller so that even Jeeps can't go down them. Just like four-wheelers is all you could get down them, not even any sort of side-by-side. Okay, this is going down. I'm probably gonna lose signal. That's not what I was expecting. I wonder where that other road goes. I don't even see it over there. Hey, hold on, I'm gonna look at the map really quick again. So this is the direction I want to go. And it just cuts across here, and then we have another big intersection. And then to the left, so that little canyon going back that way would be Wild Goose Canyon. It's a cool area, though. Wow, down here, like right here. I don't know if there's been cows grazing or what, but it's like almost like a nice, like somebody's front yard grassy area. That's cool. Kind of reminds me of that trail me and Nari tried to do in the, I don't remember what little wilderness area that was called, but right at where the trailhead was this ranch. And it was so weird. You're like, felt like you're walking through somebody's yard, and you weren't. You're pretty much non-existent too. Is there like a little pond right here? It does look like it. That's cool. Or a little not a pond, a creek, spring or something, I guess. That's what I'm trying to say. That is a little creek. It's actually flowing. You can get a little drink. through there. Come on. There you go. Yeah. That's some good fresh water there. On our way back, we're gonna go explore that. I think there's a little camping area right there, it looks like. That's kind of a weird, because that goes under there, it's like some sort of oak tree. Well, this I wouldn't be able to get through my van. There it is. The branches are too low. Well, actually, I don't know, I probably could. Yeah, I'd be able to make it through. I would be brushing some of them on the side, but nothing's gonna hit the top of my roof. That one looked really low, but then once I got up to it, nothing too bad. I don't know, we might. I think we're just gonna go down to the plateau. I don't want to do a long day of driving. That's why I got to figure out what I'm gonna do for my trip going back east, because again, I don't want to do any long days. Yeah, I could get there in a day and a half if I drove straight through. I don't want to do that. Problem is once you get past New Mexico, there is zero public land to camp on. So I'd have to find, maybe some state parks or something that I'd be able to camp on our trip over there. There's one area I know of Forest Service land in Arkansas that was a cool little area. I went there with Nessa one time on our way back over. So this is when I was still living in DC, so we're on our way back over after a trip. And it's a cool little area, some nice trails. It was stupid hot. Like really hot. Actually, no, I think I was headed over to, was that on our way over to Atlanta for, I think I was still working in Montana. And cause I think I was in my truck. I didn't have my van, I was in the truck. And so I think we were on our way to, it might have been my car actually. Actually, I was in the car. I do remember that now. So you can get back in there in that area pretty easy. But we were going to 5K Nationals in Atlanta. And we stopped there. We got a nice little run in. It was hot. Oh wow, this canyon goes back in there further than I thought it did. Look at that, you can't even see the back of it. This does not go over to the other side of this, of the mountains though. The highway, what is that? Probably US 50? Goes that direction behind the mountains here, I had to guess. That's the back way to hop on I-70. No, that doesn't sound right. We probably can get to I-70. I don't think that's US 50 though. I think US 50 is south of Fillmore. And Fillmore, if it was, this wasn't in the way, you could probably see it. Yeah, I'm coming, sweet girl. This uphill is kicking my ass though. Oh man. Whew. Well, now you can see the back end of the canyon back there. Ooh. Oh, it does go ways back in there though. We should hit a major intersection up here, I think, though. Pretty quick. And there's a road that continues on that way. And then there's a road that I think even goes that way, back to that other road. And then there's a road that goes into the canyon. I don't know why they call this Wild Goose Canyon though. What the hell kind of geese are hanging out in just a canyon? Unless they made it like in the sense of like a wild goose chase. Some guy was going in a canyon and it was like a wild goose chase. I don't know. Whew, I'm sweating. That sun, temperature wise, it is perfect out here. That sun is hot. For as low as it sits on the horizon this time of year, it's crazy how freaking hot it is. The thing that sucks about this time of year is it is hard to, I don't care how much solar power you have on your vehicle, it's hard to charge your batteries. Well, if you have as much battery power as I do anyways. Because even on a, like, more of a conservative day, here's our intersection, it looks like. Oh, there isn't one that goes straight. There's one that goes to the right. Even on a conservative day, I use about 10% of my batteries. I cannot charge 10% this time of year, even with, oh, what I have now, 500 watts of solar. But well, we're gonna go another quarter mile and then we're gonna probably turn around because we're gonna lose signal. Ooh, there's a creek down here. All of a sudden I heard something. I'm like, what is that noise? There's a big ass creek. That is like flowing. Yeah, I'm gonna lose signal here pretty quick. And I mean, we're 4 miles back in here, so we got at least 4 miles back. Yeah, find this creek. I can smell water. Maybe there is wild geese back here. But we're dropping down into this little gully, so I think. Well, off to the right here, there's a little road going to the creek, but you'd think this would go next to it. Maybe it goes under the road again. for underground, I mean. There's way more water out here than I figured there would be. And all these springs and this must be the rest of the intersection right here. Off to the left, I think goes to up the canyon. Ooh, it's cool. From this side, looking at some of the mountains, a lot of topography you don't get to see. On the other side, it must go under the road somehow. Nice little camp spot right here, it looks like. Actually is a nice little camp spot. Well, the creek is right here. Okay. It's running pretty good. I was like, I don't hear it over here though. It's it must just be more rapidy over there so you can hear it, because it's flowing good. It's really flowing good. Well, there's our turnaround point. What I've learned is there's a kick-ass campsite right over here. How you feet, girl? Did you have fun? Oh, that is clean looking water too. Except for where you ran through it right here and made it all dirty. Yeah. Let's follow the cattle trail for a little bit, and then we'll hop back on the road and head back. She is so dirty now because she just ran straight through the mud. Somebody is driven back right here, which I guess technically you could. You're still within 300 feet of the road, so you could camp out here too. Wonder if anybody has. There's clearly somebody is driven here. We'll go this way. And, do a little exploring here. Starts going downhill pretty fast right here. That would be why. You can hear it. We'll get another drink. Can we drink? Ooh. You just human. Alright, we're gonna head back to the road, I guess. I'm confused as to where that trail goes, because it's coming from the left, but my guess is it probably goes all the way over there, over on that other ridge line, because it looked like it followed a ridge. That's the only ridge line I see. Oh, the smells in here are so awesome. You got a mixture of like whatever this little oak scrub brush is, junipers, sagebrush. Oh, it smells so good. Like the dead leaves. That's the thing I've never got, is some of them candles from like Yankee Candle or whatever, those places. The smelly candles, you know, and they'll have one that says like fall leaves, and then you smell it and it's like, oh, what the hell kind of fall leaves you're smelling? But that smells nothing like fall leaves. What I'm smelling right now, that smells like fall leaves. Which doesn't make sense to me, because then you'll get some that'll be like, you know, pine tree or whatever, and that's what it smells like. But like, to me, like fall leaves, it almost has like a, what's the word I'm looking for? Almost like that dirt type of smell that you get like right after, like right when it first starts to rain as well. Which is funny because a lot of people can't smell that, I guess. So maybe that's why fall leaves, candles don't ever smell like fall leaves to me. Because that's the whole, oh, it smells like rain. And a lot of people are, look at, like a lot of people can't smell that smell. I sure can. Okay, well, for all intents and purposes, this is downhill now. I have no reason to not. I mean, we've gone 600 feet up, so it was a pretty good climb. Like I said, like 4% grade. And looking down to knowing what level our van is at, like I can almost actually, I bet you if I was able to see through some of these bushes, I could probably see the van right from here. Because I can see the ridge line that we're at least parked on, or on the other side of anyways. But I think we're probably on the other side of a little knob that is where I'm actually parked, so I can't see the white of the van, but I would guess and say, you see these dark, out here, these little dark little patches of trees, and we'd be over on this one over here, just on the other side of that patch of trees. But it's let's take it easy. Take it easy. But I think we're gonna drive, because I do not feel like doing a freaking long ass drive tomorrow. Even though I guess technically I wouldn't have to. I just got to be down Black Canyon by Saturday. So even a Thursday night we made it to the plateau. Make the rest of the drive on Saturday pretty easy, and be there by early afternoon, mid-afternoon. Because, like I said, I think I'm just going to pick up the static cam on Sunday morning. I gotta review the race course too. There's supposedly some out and backs, and it's at the end of the 2 out backs is where he wants me at. And then just gotta figure out how long he wants me there for, because he wants me to, I have to move and get to the leaders at the next spot. So the run of show would have that. Tried to get into the run of show, and he forgot to share it with everybody. So hopefully I'm gonna message him, or message the WhatsApp group anyways, and be like, hey, you forgot to share the sheet, because it says I don't have access to it. So all they have to do is go in and change the permissions to say anyone with the link, because he sent out the link to everybody. Originally, when he first got there, he was like, this is what, 2 years ago now, and he was like trying to restrict the sheet in a way that, like, he would only take for, like, me as a videographer, he would send me just my information, Like, my video Ninja Link, and this is where you need to be, you know, type of thing. And at this time, and I'm like, and I told him, I go, that doesn't necessarily work for us videographers, because we need the whole thing. We need the whole sheet, because there's a lot of pertinent information on there that you, from your standpoint, we don't need. But when we're on the field, we need to know who else is at which locations. We need to know who the field commentators are. We need to know when you're going to do a stream switch or an ad break or commentator swap or host swap, I guess. Like, if we have an issue for whatever reason, we can just be like, hey, we can grab a link that nobody's using and at least, you know, get by until we can fix the problem, you know, type of thing. It's like there's a lot of stuff on there that we need. Do we need it in the aspect of, you don't need it to bring your camera up and know when to be where, but if you don't have all that other information, like if I'm out there with a field commentator and they don't know who the hosts are back in the studio, like, you know, are they gonna know who to talk to? Or if they don't know what the projected time is, you know, for the leaders to get to where they're or stuff, if you want them to be able to do their jobs efficiently. Oh yeah, see, no wonder I couldn't see the back side of that peak, because you can't see the back side of the peak. It's a whole canyon over. Whew. Whew. There's an entire canyon over. I wonder how far down the next exit for this frontage road is. I'd much rather just take the frontage road instead of having to backtrack. But if it's going to be a long ways, it'll be quicker to backtrack, that's for sure. Oh, there's a little creek running right here too. See that on the way by. You can see the semis on the freeway way over there. There's a little town on the other side of this, like at the end of this ridge line, just right over the side over there too. Towns where I would want to live. Like, I don't mind, like when I lived in DC, I enjoyed the 3 years I lived in DC, you know, big city. I mean, it was nice having everything right there. Like, I don't think I drove at all, except for when me and Nessa would, on the weekends, would go up into the mountains and catch a run in on like Saturday mornings. So we'd drive for like, I mean, it was a 2-hour drive out and a 2-hour drive back, but distance wise, it was only like 45 miles. That's about as much driving as we did. other than that, I walked everywhere and ran. And I had a freaking awesome, kick-ass, probably to this day, still my favorite pizza place. A block away from me. And it was, I guess, what you could call a national chain. But by national, there was only like 7 locations scattered through the US, and 3 of them were in DC. So I don't know how, I guess, these other locations popped up, but it was like a location in like somewhere weird like Kansas City, and then a location in like Dallas or something like that, and that was it. Other than like a couple, the 3 in DC, and then there's like maybe 2 more in somewhere back east. But awesome pizza. I don't remember what the name of it is. And even like when I had people come and visit from like Montana and stuff that would come visit me, I'd get pizza from there, and even they were like, holy cow, this pizza's awesome. But also it's like, I mean, the underground was right there, because I was in Arlington, like right, kind of, I guess you could kind of say in Pentagon City, really, area, like the Pentagon City Mall, and where the Pentagon City metro station was, only like 4 blocks away from me. I had I don't know what there was a metro station right next to me too. I think it was Crystal City. I technically was in Crystal City. And there's so many things you find in the underground. Like, if I went, the hotel that was right across the street from me, walk in the front door, and then you could go down from there into the BART station, getting out of the parking lot, because it was probably 6 blocks away. I wasn't going to drive down there, but you'd have to get out of the park, like, you know, you'd lose your spot in the parking lot, which to find one close by to you was hard to do. Hi, sweet girl. Hello. Hi. Are you having fun? Oh my goodness. She's having a lot of fun. She's having so much fun. Yeah, you missed this, huh? Yeah, we haven't done a lot of this lately. You know, because we've been traveling and all that. And we definitely haven't ran this far for a long time. So this is going to be a good 8-mile run. I don't think I've done much over 4 or 5 miles in weeks. But man, there was like so many good places to eat, all that kind of stuff there. The only thing that kind of sucked was there wasn't like a really good coffee shop too close. Like the closest coffee shop was probably a Starbucks, which was like probably 5 blocks away. There was a really nice like local coffee shop that was in the opposite direction, probably about the same distance, I guess, really, right next to the Whole Foods. I mean, that was one thing that was nice. Back then I was making a lot of money, so I could afford to go to Whole Foods, but there's a Whole Foods within walking distance of me, like 2 blocks away. So I could just go down there and buy stuff. I still usually did like one trip to like a cheaper grocery store. I think there was a Giant that was about 1.5 miles away from me, so I'd go there and do like a, you know, buy a bunch of the stuff that I went through a lot, you know, just to save money. And then but like I said, everything was right there. So it was nice, and I loved the vibe. There was always a cool vibe right there. Like the street with this, oh geez, famous for the bar scene there. It was like 2 blocks away from me. There was a really good sports bar right there. It had pretty decent food and everything. I never went out much because I didn't really have a lot of friends that in that area. Like even people I became friends with that I worked with, you know, they lived, you know, 2 hours away from there so that they could afford a place. You know, they had families and stuff. That way they could afford a place. Like one of the guys I meet, he freaking lived like 4 hours away. But because we were for most of the time remote, and then turned to like semi-remote, we had to go into the office 1 day a week as a section. So, you know, it wasn't a big deal for him. And his wife had a good job where they were living, so there's no reason for him to move. When you're 1 day a week having to drive that, not a big deal. Me, I lived like 6 or 7 blocks away from the Pentagon building that we operated out of. It was one of the little annexes, Pentagon satellite buildings in downtown Crystal City, which is what a lot of those buildings were. Ours was a huge ass building. We had multiple things in there, but the project I was working on had 2 floors. Now what'd you find? Nari, hey, Nari, no, drop it, no, drop it, Nari, drop it, come on, drop it, leave it, come on, let's go, come on, no, drop it, thank you, good girl. Well, she's gonna have tummy issues now for the next 2 days. Dead bird or whatever she picked up that one time. Now she's eating some freaking rotten Lunchable. It's probably been sitting out here for a week in the sun. It's gotta be nice. Had to figure out where I was at, because I remember those trees where I was like, oh, you could actually camp out right there. So I was looking to see if I could see those. We had gone past them yet. We have. They're behind me now, because I saw this group of trees. Because then it was a little ways up here is where that one little campground was. I take this other road over. Just to switch it up a bit. Oh man, I really gotta figure out how to get my legs to bounce back, because even though they don't feel like bad or anything, I can still feel them. Let's put it that way. And like right now I'm doing like an 11.5 minute pace for whatever reason, downhill, It feels hard. And it's really the downhills that feel the worst. Leaving Fish Lake National Forest. And now we're on Utah state lands. How did she get across this? I didn't even notice that the first time either. Well, I guess there's an open gate over on the other side over there. So like she did wait for her to find us and get here. You see me? Okay, she saw me. Okay, she saw me. She was stopped and I had to wave. And then she finally saw me. Right here. State lands. And I had no reasons for carbs, but I was just destroying the carbs for like 2 weeks after that, which would be why I gained 20 pounds. I should have been doing the proteins. And then anything like that. And then a few days ago, last week, like, oh, I love this, and I love this, and I love this, and look how good of a deal it is. So I bought like, love this, and I love this, and I love this, and look how good of a deal it is. So I bought like 6 bags of candy. And so throughout the day, it's like a handful. I don't just have like one piece. I have like a whole handful, like 7, 8 pieces, multiple times a day. Like 3 or 4 times a day. It's like, I guarantee you, and just that alone, it's probably eating me. I think it's about time that I start counting calories again. That did really well for me in the past. And I think that's just what I'm gonna have to do. That worked out really well for me, because then I could get and be like, nope, you can't have that because you have already eaten, 1,700 calories today, and if you have that, it's gonna put you over your limit. Or I have the, okay, you have 200 calories you can still eat today. So you can either have this or you have that. Let's go this way. We got to cut across anyways. Nari. Hey, listen. Nari. She just ignores me. Nari, come on. If I'm calling your name, there's a reason for it, you fool. Because we gotta cut over to the other road. I definitely don't want to go to the end of this and then come back. That'd be a long ass truck. I don't see where this goes. I'm pretty sure I know where this goes. I think this is the road that went down to the almost where that water tank was on the other road. And there was that little road that I was like, that looks like it goes somewhere. I bet you that's this. I will bet you that's this. Well, that looks like the other road right there. Is that right? Or is that the... Oh no, because there's that other road that comes from the road on across the fence line, which is the actual road. I bet you that's what that road is right there. We're going on the other side of that knob is where we need to get to. I don't know how we get there, but there's the water tank. That is definitely where this is heading back to. I don't want to go all the way back that direction. I think we're just going to cut across. And hope she can pay attention to me. Let's just go back this direction now. There's not a lot of like brush or tree limbs or anything cutting across this. We should be okay. Of course, now she sees the road and she's like, well, which direction are we going? I was just down that way. And that way goes back to where we just came from. We're gonna cut across. We're gonna go straight. Yeah, we're gonna go straight. And now she's been beast moding it around, so now she's starting to get hot and thirsty. It's like, well, ooh, watch out for the cactus. I'm sorry, sweet girl. She just stepped right onto some cactus, and I did too. Lucky it didn't go through the way I stepped on it. I didn't like get stabbed in the side of my foot. Didn't know there was any cactus out here. That's the same type of prickly pear that we have in Montana. Which I wondered if it's the same, what would you call it, like species or whatever, of prickly pear, like down in Arizona and Texas, you know, type of New Mexico. But it's just because being further north, just because of the change in the weather, being colder and stuff, it grows different. Because that'd be similar thinking to why, you know, you take like like some sort of pine tree, because you see this in Montana a lot, and you'll have, you know, say like a lodgepole pine. I'll just use that as an example, even though I doubt that's a true example. I'll just say it that way. It may not be an accurate example, but we'll just say there's a lodgepole pine at, you know, 7,000-8,000 feet, and it grows certain height and a certain way. But then you get down, or you get up into the alpine region, you know, 9,000-10,000 feet, and they don't grow as tall. They're a lot shorter. They're more shrubby. It's the same tree though, but it's just because of the environmental conditions, it grows different. So is that the same thing with the is that the same thing with the prickly pear cactuses? Or is it truly just a different species of cactus? Like, I know it is called prickly pear. A lot more sagebrush in here. Hard to cross. Should be getting close to the road though. Find the road. Then we gotta go up that way and cross into the or cross the field again to get over to where our area is. Dang, how far over is the road? Thought the road would be like right here. The helly. Maybe that was our road back there that I wanted to be on. That is a very good possibility. We might just be, hold on, I'm gonna look at the map. What road is right up here? I don't know why we can't see it, because it's literally like right up here somewhere. So And we are going to head back that direction a little bit. It's probably right on top of this ridge line right here, actually. That's why we wouldn't be able to see it. There it is. Right here somewhere. Like, it is like super close. Like, I zoomed in on the map and we were almost on it. So was my GPS right? Because I do not see the road at all. Am I just being goofy here or what? I wonder if my GPS was off and the road back there was the road I wanted. Oh, there's the road. I see it now. Okay. The road is right there. I just gotta make my way through all this brush right here. That was a little further away than it looked like we were from the road. That is the road, though. Okay. And then we just gotta come up here and figure out how to get back over to where our van is at. Yeah, this is the road, all right, because I remember that erosion cut. Okay. And this is uphill. This is gonna be fun. Oh, my shoe came untied. The one time I didn't. She's way off. Oh. Must have grabbed a hold of a branch and untied it. I didn't double knot my shoelaces because, like, we're not gonna go that far. A couple miles is all. Here we are at almost the 7-mile mark. And what, 2 hours later? Which I'm actually surprised. That's like a 3.5 miles an hour, which is, we've been taking that really super easy because we've been doing a lot of cross country and checking things out, exploring. So I have not been moving that fast. So I'd be doing like a 18-minute mile pace. It's a little bit more than I thought we were doing, to be honest. Surprised she hasn't turned around yet. Figured out that we're not with her. Oh, that's uphill. The uphills get me. And it's funny, I was talking about how the downhill, there's my footprints. The downhill hurts more for whatever reason. And so when we had that nice gentle downhill on that road back there, and it felt hard to do an 11.5-minute mile. Whenever I run uphill, what feels the easiest is like a 9.5-minute pace. 2 minutes faster. What the hell? Oh, we never did explore that one spot. Nari! Nari! She's off. I want to look right here because this looks like it could be a cool little camp spot. She never pays attention to me. I think she would. You think she'd learn that the only time I ever call her name is when I'm trying to get her attention because she's going the wrong way. So it'd be a cool little spot right here. An old fire ring even. Doesn't look like anybody's been here for a long time, but you're within 300 feet of the road, so you can do it. This might be my spot right here. You have to mark it on the map. In reality, we're not that far away from where we're actually camped at. Oh, here she comes back. Yeah, why didn't you just stick with me? Yeah, we already explored out there. In reality, we are not very far away from our van. In fact, I probably should have just walked from there over. Our van is right through here, right across the way, I think. Unless it's one over. Maybe it's one more over. I should probably look at the map, I guess. I think that's where it's at, though. Isn't it? She wants to go that way. So I think it is. I don't think it is. I think we need to go one more. It is hard to tell. I'm going to check the map really one more time. Turned around so I could try and find it, but I think it's actually this one over here is where we're at. Because my map is a little confusing. I do think it's this one over here. Because it's hard to figure out what direction, if I knew what direction, the exact direction the freeway was going, it would be easier to figure it out. But I can't see the freeway from here. But I think, are you coming? I think it's this next one. She keeps wanting to go that way though. That's why I kind of think it's that. I don't remember hitting this road and having the wildlife management area right there. I thought we had a little ways. And I'm looking for my footprints because I should be able to see them, but I don't see them. Oh, this hill is kicking my butt. Yeah, that's definitely our spot right there. Definitely. Maybe not. Maybe it is that. I don't remember being next to the fence. We were not next to the fence. I think she's right. I think it is right there. I don't know. I guess we'll just go this way. And if we go back, I don't want to go back to the road though. See, here's that other road. It goes right next to that fence line. This obviously doesn't go all the way over though. This will go right over to the road that we were on. Okay, sweet girl. I think you're right. Gosh dang, I should have just listened to her. It's got to be that one. You were right. And visually speaking, this looked like it was it. But then when I looked at the map, I was like, nah, that can't be it. There ain't no way. I'm getting hungry too. You were right, sweet girl. You were right. She's like, I tried to tell you. I kept going over that way. You were right. Yeah. Okay, go find us our trail. Sometimes she definitely knows what she's doing. Other times I question it a lot of times because she's just like, no, we're going this way. I know we're not on the cow path that you were on originally back here, but we'll just cut across. It's fine. I go down through a little washy wash. 2 of them actually. Oh, excuse me. That's the way. Well, kind of like the way off to the left, I think. I'll go this way. There's just a little more brush in here that I wanted. That's okay. No, I'm right here, you fool. Running back like, where is he at? We just gotta find the cow paths. There's multiple of them. Ow, that hurt. Stepped right on the top of a broken sagebrush. Well, there's a cow path right there. I'm thinking this way. This looks like the right way. Oh, she went that way. I want to go this way. See, there's a path there, path down here. This actually right here looks like the one that we were on earlier. Although I should see my footprints, and I'm not. Oh, there's my footprints. Yeah, this is where I was on earlier, I think. But I kind of like went back and forth on a lot of these because it's like one looks more established and then you hop on another one that looks more established when really they all go to the same place. Okay, should see the van up here. Yep, there it is. I see it. I see it. I shouldn't have second guessed her. She knew where she was going. See, like I said, there's a reason why she keeps trying to go off this direction. And wouldn't you know, she was absolutely correct. She knew what she was doing. I'm gonna go this way. You can go that way. I'm going this way. Yeah, maybe I'll go this way. Ooh, that grasshopper just scared the shit out of me. Nice little cool breeze. She back at the van already? She took off. I don't hear her anymore. So she must be back there. I don't see her, but Oh, there she is. Okay, well that wasn't 8 miles because we cut across coming back on that one trail or that one road. So, oh, you looking for truffles? She must smell something in the dirt. She started digging a hole. Trained you to be a truffle dog. Okay. Bam. Well, location update. Nari is at the van. Okay, well, we're gonna drive. I thought about staying in this area for an extra day, but we're just gonna drive. And then, so I have a shorter day tomorrow. So I'm gonna end the stream, but for our drive, but I can't end just YouTube. If I could just end YouTube, I would just keep it going, but I can't do that. So come back over to Twitch and we're gonna do our drive. We're gonna drive probably, it's just on my watch. 4 or 5 hours is all it's gonna be, I would guess. Yeah, probably about 4 or 5 hours. We're only like 45 minutes from Fillmore, just because we have to take this gravel road to get out of here. Or it's not even a gravel road, it's a Jeep road to get out of here. And that'll take us a little bit. And then from there, it's like 2 hours, 2.5 hours to Kanab, and then we're gonna go another hour past Kanab roughly. So it's probably not even an hour really. And then that way we can get a run in tomorrow morning up on the AZT. And then I don't know how far we'll go. We might just go as far as we can and just hope the stream doesn't crash on us. Let me take your bell off, okay? Oh, we dancing, huh? Doing the little tippy taps with the back feet. You want your pretty bow on? Or do you want to be bedazzled? Yeah, let's bedazzle you. Yeah. Let's give you a little the old bedazzle. There you. Yeah. Hold on. Do I need to? Is that too tight? No. I got a stinky butt. I just bent over to put her thing on. I'm like, man, your butt stinks. Okay, well, I'm gonna go, everybody. I'm gonna make a little snack really quick and get everything set up. And then we will, I'll see everybody back here on Twitch in about probably 10, 15 minutes. Bye, everyone. Love you all, and I'll see you guys in a few minutes. YouTube, come over to Twitch.